I've found recently that there were a lot of photographers of the past, of course, that I'm influenced by or that I am inspired by. A lot of that is the French photographers of the 40s and 50s, Robert Doisneau, or of course everyone says Bresson. Those sorts of photographers. There's also there's some American photographers, the same sort of idea in the 50s and 60s. But what's interesting is I just realized not too long ago that there are other things that influence me visually that do get applied to photography. And one of the things is the work of the artist Bemelmans. He's the guy who created he's most famous for creating the Madeline artwork. But a lot of that artwork is really cool if you look at it, especially the stuff he did in New York and things like that. And it has this aura, this feel, this mood that is very city because it's all New York. And oftentimes, not consciously, but I think subconsciously, it influences me in terms of what I'm trying to get in photography, along with all the other great photographers, and of course my family's work too. So there's a lot going on up there, but the photos that my father and my grandfather have taken, a lot of them are news oriented. So what makes it a great photo is slightly different than what would make my photographs really good. But essentially, I think what makes the good photo is if it engages the viewer. So, I mean, I guess it's slightly different, but not that much different because they do engage the viewer. There are a few photos of theirs. One that my grandfather took, which was well known, was of the tornado in Oak Lawn, which he happened to catch when he was out at a grocery store. He saw the tornado. He took 2 shots. It was quite close to him. And then he sold it to newspaper. He didn't think it was much, actually. He didn't want to get rid of it or show it to anybody. But my father made him show it to the papers downtown. They then put it out, and it was given the line, the portrait of a killer. My father's pictures, it's interesting too when you look at the different styles. For instance, because my grandfather's styles or his photos took place mostly in the 30s and 40s and 50s, where you would take pictures kind of far back. You didn't have a whole lot of zoom. Where my father's photos are from the 60s and 70s, where close-ups were much more in vogue at the time, and you can see that in all sorts of photography and even movies. My pictures, I think my best ones are when everything comes together and gives a scene, a sort of timeless scene, which would be nice.